Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Vail Valley Live. I'm Trisha Swenson in the studio on this Monday morning, March 27th. A little new snow out there and more on the way, but the roads are a little tricky this morning. We're going to cover all that in this next hour. So thanks for joining us as we start the week out together. And hey, don't forget if you want to chime in with us today, if you want to ask us a few questions, are you coming to town before we wrap up the season in just a few weeks, you can do so. During our live show, you can chat with us on YouTube and Facebook. So just search in Vail Valley Live on either our YouTube page, our YouTube channel, or like us on Facebook. Just search that out and you'll be able to stay with us throughout the show. So we appreciate the viewers that are our regular watchers and commenters, and we'd love to invite you to join the fun. But what's going on out there with the weather? Well, a little chilly again today. We've seen some cool temperatures, especially for the month of March, the end of March. Right at Beaver Creek, we're seeing 1 degree above zero. Over at Vail, 1 degree below zero. And outside on the valley floor, just below 10 degrees. We're in single digits still with snow showers out there. And our temperatures really aren't going to get much warmer today. We'll see teens and low 20s for today's forecast. And then tonight, we'll see temperatures dip down below the freezing mark, partly cloudy conditions, and snow showers likely mainly before 8 a.m., and then mostly cloudy with the west to northwest wind, 5 to 15 miles per hour. And we're going to have that chance of precipitation about 60% throughout today. Total daytime snow accumulation, around an inch possible. Now, for the next couple of days, we'll see sunshine for tomorrow and much warmer temperatures. So we're going to feel a lot more like the end of March by the time we get to tomorrow. So we'll see upper 30s, low 40s, lots of sunshine. And then on Wednesday, we'll see partly sunny and then partly sunny and breezy. The winds will really pick up for your Wednesday, maybe 10 to 20 miles per hour, and we'll see highs in the upper 40s, almost 50 degrees. So it's going to feel like a tropical heat waves come through by the time we get to Wednesday. And then we'll still stay in the 40s for your Thursday. Chance of snow showers as well, about a 30% chance by then. And then Friday, we'll dip down a little in the temperatures up to the upper 20s and low 30s for you there. But snow totals, what did we get? It started snowing yesterday afternoon. It's snowing pretty heavy at times. We did pick up 4 new inches at Beaver Creek and 3 new inches at Vail. And then, as we mentioned, not a lot of snow out of today's snowstorm. And then maybe by the time we get to Thursday and Friday looks like our biggest chance to get any measurable accumulation. Possibly 8 inches at the Beeve and 7 inches over at Vail. And then as we go into the weekend, we'll see a little bit of that snow linger on. But that's a little far out to quite tell what we're going to be getting. But wow, we could maybe see 10 inches in the next 1 to 5 days. And season to date totals 320 inches for Vail. They're operating on a 74-inch base. And then over at Beaver Creek, 307 inches, a 58-inch base. So pretty cool that we're both in the 300 mark for season to date totals. I wonder what we'll top out at. 354 inches, that's kind of the average for Vail Mountain. So who knows? We still have some time, a little less than a month left to try to get that total. This weather and mountain report brought to you by the outlets at Silverthorne. And want to remind you that we did extend Vail's hours to 4 o'clock. So both mountains, Vail and Beaver Creek, open up at 8:30. But 4 p.m. is when the front side closes. But Game Creek Bowl and the back bowls, they close at 3:30. And then Blue Sky Basin closes just before that. So just taking advantage of the extra daylight hours now that we've sprung forward with daylight savings a few weeks ago. And so we're going to see those longer hours up on the mountain for Vail. Over at Beaver Creek, we're going to stay up until 4 o'clock. Their operating hours have always been 8:30 to 4 o'clock. So the main lifts, Centennial, Strawberry Park, those lifts right on the front side, those are going to be open for you but until 4. But our Arrowhead, Bachelor Gulch, they will be closing at 3:30. Pay attention to the crawl at the bottom of the screen here. It's going to let you know what's been groomed in the last 24 hours, which is kind of fun to just see where you want to go today And if you want to find some corduroy today, I think you'll find it. A little bit of dusting of snow on top of it. But we have lots of schools that are on spring break. I know University of Colorado, they're on break this week. I think some of the Denver schools are on break this week. So still getting out there and enjoying it. We welcome all of you to the Valley, and thank you for choosing Vail and Beaver Creek. And also that Final Four. Anthony, what do you think of that? We've got a lot of newcomers coming to the Final Four. Anthony's behind the controls here today, but I love it. In the sports section today, it says basically there's so many new teams. They're like, Final Four newcomers, grab your name tag at the door. Now, my bracket was pretty much busted up as soon as Kansas lost. I had Kansas, Baylor going to the whole thing. Both of them are out of it. So how are your brackets doing? But if you were going to watch the games this week, we'll let you know about some sports bars that are going to have some TVs for you later on when we get that tournament rolling next weekend. But lots of things going on, whether it's on or off the slopes. And if you're looking for some fun things to do today, well, we're going to give you a few different activities of what we have going on for your Monday morning. So Mondays over at the Colorado Snow Sports Museum, they actually have yoga going on. This will be at 9:30 a.m. It's just a $15 fee to come on in. It's a 1-hour class. They invite in different instructors to lead these classes, and this will be going on for the next several Mondays, probably through the end of the season. So enjoy it and come on in. Whether you're a newbie, never done yoga, or if you've been doing it for a while, you can come on in. And it's just kind of a neat way to see the Colorado Snow Sports Museum. Otherwise, they open up at 11, and they're open daily. Some museums are closed on Mondays, that sort of thing. Not the case over at the Colorado Snow Sports Museum. So stop on in, check out the 10th Mountain Division exhibit, a lot of the equipment throughout the years, a Winter Olympics exhibit. They've got it all for you right there. And then later on, after the slopes close, what about après-ski? Well, even on a Monday, it's a party for whoever's here. Somebody's on vacation. So different places are offering live music in the afternoons for après-ski. Après is the French word for after, so after skiing, and it's pretty much a whole culture. It's kind of like happy hour, but for ski and snowboarding. And so this afternoon, over at Frost Bar at the Sebastian, they'll have live music from 4 to 7 p.m. Bess Swearingen plays on Monday. And it's just such a neat atmosphere, that Frost Bar. I love it. It kind of lives up to its name with its decor. And if you don't know what I mean, go on in there and you'll see. It's just kind of got a little cool vibe to it. And then later on today, Red Lion, we've got Johnny Schlepper doing opera from 4 to 6. And then he'll play another late night set later on. But Johnny's been playing here forever, grew up here. He plays anything from rock to reggae, a little bit of funk, a little blues, country. He's kind of got it all. So that'll be over at Red Lion, the oldest bar in Vail, been around pretty much since the beginning. And then another great place to go, so kind of in the middle of the evening, those are two après-ski places for Frost and Red Lion. But from 7 to 10, there's music at the King's Club Lounge at the Sun and Up. And we're going to be having Brendan McKinney play the King's Club Lounge. And he'll play kind of an eclectic set. He's got a great, almost kind of a bluesy voice. So he'll be playing tonight. So check that out. And you can sit right there. They've got the piano bar. They've got a lounge, kind of a bit more setting. But you can order food right there at the King's Club Lounge. I love their big pretzels. So that could be a good thing for you. So that's just kind of a few things that are going on for your Monday. But let's get the show started. We're to come back with your Vail Daily headlines as well as the roads. But it was a little slow moving. Both Anthony and I said, wow, lots of traffic coming in. We've already got a road closure. So stay tuned. We'll tell you about it when we return.
Hi, I'm Peggy Ziegler, fashion guru and stylist for the outlets at Silverthorne. I'm here to share with you an amazing place called the Colorado Welcome Center. We've got fabulous brochures on all the nearby places and towns and things to do right here while you're in Summit County and visiting the outlets at Silverthorne. And of course, pick up your Elite Savings Card booklet, offering you fabulous discounts and a rewards program. So, see you soon.
Vail Summit Orthopedics and Neurosurgery is kind of a one-stop shop. We have everything in-house.
We have cast techs, MRI machines, x-ray, of course, right at the clinic, physical therapy right at our clinic.
I'm going to get to the bottom of what your diagnosis is with all the resources we have, and that's what we do.
At My Future Pathways, our mission is to be the helping hand that enriches and elevates the lives of youth and families of our valley so they can reach their full potential. Through our holistic approach, our tutoring service and programming strengthen our community, develop self-worth, create opportunities, and promote values. We are My Future Pathways.
We are back. Time to take a look at what made headlines in today's Vail Daily for Monday, March 27th. And on the cover, tea time. Look at this. Elk hangout on the Eagle Springs Golf Course Sunday in Walcott. Wildlife is moving around as snow starts to retreat. That's pretty cool. They're just laying there right by all the sand traps. So that's an awesome picture that Chris Dillman captured. He's the photographer for the Vail Daily. But headlines for today, no corresponding increase. Your property tax bill in Eagle County isn't likely to rise 70% despite soaring property values thanks to a revenue cap from 2012. So more on this on page A4. Also in today's news, time machine. Oh, wait, yeah, so here's what we're talking about. Despite value rise, property taxes unlikely to match increase. Eagle River Fire Protection District capped revenue in 2012. So more on that on page A4. Also in today's paper, time machine, what was happening 10, 20, 30, 40, even 60 years ago? Well, you could take a look. We had the groundbreaking ceremony for the Vail International Condominium. That took place in March of 1973, so 70 or 50 years ago. We were looking at that back in 1973. A proposed dam and hydroelectric plant at the east end of the Little Gore Canyon, known as Azure Reservoir. That was drawing an ire from the rafters, as the Vail Trail reported. So that was not very popular. But yeah, take a look at this and find out what was going on back in the day. So pretty fun. That's on local and regional on page A2. And last ski season was not Vail's longest. Official claimed the 2021-2022 season was longest ever, but recorded history shows otherwise. So find out when that longest history, Vail's season in history was. Starting out on page A3. And also in today's sports and outdoors section, Front Range Split Fest is set for this weekend. A massive gathering of split boarding communities starts on Friday. So you can find out more about this, how you can take part, where you can go. It's on page A14. And then also in the arts and entertainment, classics for kids and adults. The Tel Aviv Wind Quintet offers 2 different shows at the Villar Performing Arts Center. So here are some details about this group and what you need to know before you go, how much tickets are, and this will be, the kids show will be on Tuesday, and then we'll have the adults later on that evening at 6:15, the 28th of March. read more about it in today's paper. Also in the arts and entertainment section, they do a great job of kind of summing up Ballet X. You know, they just had that big commissioned work for the Villar's 25th anniversary. So that's in today's paper as well. So pick up your copy of today's Vail Daily. You can find it for free in newspaper dispensers from Eastville all the way down to Gypsum, or just go online. A lot of this information is going to be at your fingertips today at vaildaily.com. And I think we could see some traffic news coming through on the vaildaily.com website as well. And we already have some trouble down Valley. Walcott, there was already a lane closure going on. So they have, what's going on right there? There's a crash. And so between exit 157 and then Colorado's Highway 131, exit 147, 7 miles west of Edwards, and mile point 154. So there was a crash, so expect delays. And that happened right just a few minutes ago. So do be aware of that. The Walcott S-curves, we talk about those a lot as locals, and you see a lot of crashes just because the temperature change, the big sweeping S-turns in there. But look at, here's what it looks like up in East Vail, Vail Pass Summit, Eisenhower Tunnel, not seen quite as much, but it is snow-packed, icy. It was slow moving today and a lot of traffic, a lot of red taillights flashing pretty much. But we've got passenger traction law going on today in both directions. And then we've got the commercial vehicle chain law going on in both directions for Vail Pass. So that's what's going on with the roads. It is a little treacherous out there. But if you're here and you're ready to go skiing, we've got that ready to go for you. 8:30 is when our lifts are going to open over at Vail and Beaver Creek. But we want to remind you to know the code. You know, they used to readily pass out the trail maps, and even on the napkins at some of the restaurants, you'd see the responsibility code listed there. Well, we've added a few in the last couple of years, and so basically always stay in control. The people ahead of you or downhill of you have the right of way, so you must avoid them. Stop in only a place where you're visible from above and do not restrict traffic. Look uphill and avoid others before starting downhill. So kind of just look the way, both ways as if you were crossing the street. Use devices that prevent runaway equipment. Anthony saw this one day. He was over at Red Tail and he was able to get his video going to show this runaway snowboard just blasting down the mountain. It was crazy. So if you want to make sure that your equipment is not going to be runaway equipment. And then read and obey all signs, warnings, closures, hazardous markings, and then keep off closed trails and out of closed areas. You must know how to be able to load, ride, and unload a lift. And do not use the lifts or terrain if impaired by alcohol or drugs. And if you're involved in a collision or an incident, share your contact information with each other and a ski area employees. So that's kind of the responsibility code. And talk it over this with your kids. I think for parents, the biggest one for your kids to understand is the person below them. Don't crash into them. You know, kids like to go fast. They don't like to turn sometimes. So make sure that they understand the consequences of who has the right of way. I know they probably don't understand the term right of way, but just telling them, hey, people below you, don't crash into them, avoid them. That's probably the biggest tip I can give for parents with smaller kids that are ripping it out there on the slopes. But if you do get injured, if you do get hurt, that sort of thing, you know, we've got some of the best docs in the valley. So we want to do a little segment that we call Ask the Doctor, and we have Dr. Juarez today.
Hi, I'm Sean Juarez. I'm a doctor of physical therapy with Vail Summit Orthopedics and Neurosurgery, here to answer some live audience questions for Vail Valley Live. What is blood flow restriction therapy and how is it beneficial? So blood flow restriction therapy has to do with using some type of tourniquet on the arms or legs in order to restrict blood flow to the area, and then you're performing exercises with it. What we found is that with research, you can do a lot lower loads of exercise and lower intensity and get the same benefits as far as your hypertrophy and strength within the muscle. So that's kind of the best part about it is that you don't have to use high weights and higher intensities. When do I need to see a physical therapist? And do I need to go to a doctor first? So with this question, it's a little bit variable. If you are visiting into the Valley and you want to do just cash pay, you can come in to see us without seeing a doctor first. If you are trying to use insurance, it depends on the type of insurance that you have, whether or not that you need to use a referral in order to come and see us. If you're curious as to what to do with your insurance provider, the best case is to contact them to see if you do need a referral in order to come into physical therapy or not. Next question, how important is stretching really? Well, really, it's not that important. What I would say is before you go on the mountain and before you're skiing or snowboarding, the best thing to do is called a dynamic warm-up, where you are doing movement therapy and movement exercises in order to get your muscles ready. When you get done skiing, then you can do more static stretches, and that can help loosen up the muscles after you're done. What are some tips to avoid injury on the hill? Majority of the injuries that happen on the hill typically come when there are a lot of people on the hill. So the best case scenario is to try to avoid areas where there's big crowds. If you can get yourself nice and strong before the ski season, specifically in the quads and the glutes, then that also can help prevent some of the non-contact injuries. But overall, if you can avoid big crowds on the mountain, that's the best way to avoid injury. What are the benefits of dry needling? Does it hurt? So there's a lot of research that's been done with dry needling. Dry needling is using acupuncture needles in order to go into the muscles. So we're using a more westernized approach for it. What we found is that it helps with muscle relaxation, it helps bring blood flow to the area. It can also help stimulate a lot of the motor neurons, so then the muscles actually start firing better. As far as if it hurts, majority of the time it does not hurt. However, there are certain nerves and the venous system where you can't always avoid that, and sometimes that can be uncomfortable, but if we can avoid those, then it typically does not hurt. Thank you for your questions. This is Sean Juarez with Vail Summit Orthopedics and Neurosurgery with Ask a Doc from Vail Valley Live. See you on the slopes.
Keeping you active. All right, thanks to Vail Summit Orthopedics and Neurosurgery for this weather. We did get a little new snow out of the snowstorm that came through yesterday into last night. 3 inches new at Vail and 4 inches new at Beaver Creek. And we're seeing cool temperatures today. It's going to be a chilly Monday, but that snow, boy, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be nice, light, fluffy, a little bit drier out there because of these cooler temperatures. And then we'll see it warm up later this week. Currently, Beaver Creek is seen 1 degree above zero. Vail is seen 1 degree below zero. Right in the valley floor in the village of right about 9 degrees. And our temperatures aren't going to get much warmer than that. We'll see upper teens and low 20s for your daytime high today. Chance of precipitation, more snow in the forecast. It's about 60% that we'll see snow today. Not a lot out of this, maybe about an inch or two possible for you. And then partly cloudy tonight, so our temperatures are going to plummet below zero or hover right around that 0 degree mark. And then it's going to warm up. It's going to feel like a totally different day by tomorrow afternoon. We're going to see highs in the upper 30s, low 40s. Plenty of sunshine for you as well. Probably the sunniest day of the week. And then overnight on Tuesday night will be almost pretty much at the daytime high today. Will be the overnight low for Tuesday. We'll be in the teens for you. And then tomorrow we'll see that all that sunshine. Winds will be picking up as well, especially by the time we get to Wednesday. So Wednesday we'll see a high nearly 50 degrees. So if you can get through today, we've got warmer temperatures coming our way. And then we'll see the breeze continue. And then we won't really see a chance of snow until about Friday. And we could see a good bit of accumulation from that. And see how it has those little lightning icons? We get in the springtime what they kind of call thunder snow, where it can actually be snowing, you're on the chairlift, and you're like, was that thunder? So they've actually closed lifts because, lightning has been spotted. So we'll have to see what the week brings by the time we get to Friday, and if we get any of that thunder snow. But accumulation wise, we could see a good amount on Friday, maybe 8 inches at Beaver Creek is what they're predicting now. It's early in the week, it's a little hard to tell. Maybe 7 over at Vail. So otherwise, during the middle of the week, we're going to get that sunshine, those warmer temperatures. And once again, new snow. Vail is sitting at 3 inches new in the last 24 hours. Beaver Creek got 4 inches new. And Vail, 320 inches season to date. And Beaver Creek, 307 inches season to date. We're on 74-inch at Mid-Mountain Base at Vail and a 58-inch Mid-Mountain Base at Beaver Creek. And I remember years where maybe our Mid-Mountain Base is maybe 40 inches, 30 inches. So this is really cool that we're seeing all, this snow. And it's going to take a while for it to melt. I know a lot of golf courses are trying to open in mid-April. I don't know if that's going to happen. Even the ones down valley, even Eagle got a little bit of snow last week in that big storm that we got midweek last week. So that's a look at your weather. Terrain-wise, we've got a lot of terrain for you to enjoy. I want to thank Vail Summit Orthopedics and Neurosurgery for that. 9 a.m. or 8:30 a.m. is when we open. At 4 o'clock is when we close Vail's front side. 3:30 are the back bowls and Game Creek Bowl. And then Blue Sky Basin closes before that. And then over on Beaver Creek, Arrowhead and Bachelor Gulch will be closing a little bit before Main Mountain. So 3:30 are those two areas. And then 4 o'clock for Main Mountain, Beaver Creek. Keep in mind that cookie time at Beaver Creek. Now that happens at 3 o'clock. So if you think you're going to go bell to bell and ski all the way till the last chair, you're going to miss out on cookie time. I know a lot of people that beeline down at 3. They grab a cookie and then they get back in the lift line at Centennial and head back up, and that's chomp on that cookie. But it's cookie time every single day over at the Beeve. I do believe that it's the last Thursday for Thursday Night Lights at the Beeve. So if you've not tried that, they do this. It's a free activity. The last one will be this week, and you register and load the lift right around 7:15. They get everyone up there. We have to wait till it gets dark enough. And then you go down with your glow sticks and you make like a little serpentine formation. You need to be a level 5 skier or rider to do this. Adults can do it too. It's not just for the kids, but it's a lot of fun. It's fun to watch as well. If your kids aren't at the ability level to do this quite yet, it's kind of a good incentive to see like, hey, see, if you get better, you'll be able to do this next year. And then they have fireworks afterwards. So it's a lot of fun. And like I said, the last one is going to be this week. But a few other things going on over at the Valora Performing Arts Center. Now, we just had Ballet X, and like I mentioned, there's a great article about this co-commissioned work between the Valora Performing Arts Center's 25th anniversary, Ballet X out of Philadelphia, doing such a great job with this work. So you can read about that. But looking forward, we're inviting the Tel Aviv Wind Quintet with pianist Yaron Kohlberg. So they're doing a show for the kids first, and then they're going to do an evening show, 6 p.m., because it's part of the classical music series. This is a little bit of a higher price ticket. It's $125 each, but this is just amazing. So it's a young Israeli group of musicians, and they quickly established itself as a leading chamber ensemble, excelling in rich repertoire, multidisciplinary works involving movement and little theater. So today the quintet performs more than 30 concerts each season all around Israel, including its most prestigious concert venues, such as the YMCA at the Jerusalem International Chamber Music Festival and the Jerusalem Music Center, the Mormon University, the Henry Crown Hall, in the Jerusalem Theater. So they've played some pretty amazing places. So if you want to get tickets for this, they are still available. So 6 p.m. This is part of the Therese M. Grogin classical series. So it should be a nice treat, especially with the musician that's performing with them also. Now, this week, Garrison Keillor tonight. So this is going to be, if you like Garrison Keillor, you know what we're talking about here. But it's going to be a little bit of an evening of stand-up, storytelling, audience song, poetry, one man, one microphone. There's going to be some limericks, musical jokes, sonnets, and the thread that runs through all of this, it's just, the thread is going to be growing old. That's going to be his little little talk. Maybe that's why Garrison Keeler is sitting down. He's going to be talking about growing old and the convenience of less is more. So he's funny. If you know him, you love him. So this is great to have Garrison Keeler back at the Villar Performing Arts Center. He's performed there before a few times in its 25-year history. So check this out. Tickets will be starting at $35. There's a student ticket for $25. If you're a student 22 years or younger with a valid ID. So check this out. This will be on Thursday night at the Villar Performing Arts Center. And a few other things going on this week. We have a couple of things happening. One of them is going to be Project Funway. And if you've heard of the show Project Runway, which has been on I think it's Bravo for so long, and you have different challenges that they do, and one of them is anything but fabric. That's kind of what we have going on here. And Project Funway started out by the Education Foundation of Eagle County, EFEC. And it's a group of parents, a group of volunteers, and they're like, hey, you know what if we did this fundraiser and we just had people do anything but fabric and come up with these great creations? That was over 10 years ago. I think we're going into our 12th or 13th year of this, and it's outgrown venues. This started, I know Ty Diaz and we were judges for this event in the early days. It started out in the Eagle Vale Pavilion, then it moved over to the West End, and the Donovan Pavilion, and now they host it in the Dobson Arena. So the same place where the Yeti hockey play, huge arena, that's where this is gonna be. They change it out, they cover the ice, they bring in some tables. It's a lot of fun, but let's take a look at Project Funway. All right, doesn't that look fun? So I mean, the lights, they totally transform the Dobson Arena into this. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. It'll be this Saturday. So tickets are still available. And they also have, like, if you want to do the full evening and the buffet, or they just have seating if you want to come in into the bleachers, if you don't want to spend as much. But they really have something for everyone as far as the tickets are. 5:30 is when the doors are going to open. 6 to 7 p.m., that's going to be the buffet dining for tables and general admission ticket holders. And then 7 p.m. sharp. That's when the show starts. And then 9:15 to 9:30, that's typically when the show ends. And the judges, it's going to be so fun. They've got a silent auction that goes on as well. They have VIP seating. They have tables, whether you want a table for 2 or a table for 8. Floor seating, kind of general admission with high top tables. Bleacher seating is $45. So that's kind of something that's really, really neat for you to enjoy. And they're going to give the best in show. They'll do adult, teen, and youth categories. And Mono Guerrera is going to be back again. He's been a celebrity judge for quite a few years now. And he was a part of Project Funway Season 8. And he later won the first season of Project Runway All-Stars. So he's been around for a while, and he's a big supporter of this. He loves supporting the kids here. And some of the other judges, let's see if we can get you a listing here. We're going to have Amanda Precourt back being a judge. Blake Plumley. He's a founder and a managing member of several real estate and development firms. He has a proven track record in developing, marketing, and managing resort residential communities. So Blake will be here. Gina Browning and Joe Illick, they're going to be here. They're a great married couple that live here pretty much full time. They've been judges for the last couple of Project Funways. And then Elaine Kelton, we were just talking about her with the Women of Vail, and that book about the women who walked this bridge on Bridge Street 1962 to 1970. She's going to be there as well. So those are our celebrity judges. Should be a lot of fun. So if you want to get your tickets for this, once again, anything from a VIP table down to maybe just a $45 ticket to get you in, you can do so. Projectfunway.org for more information. But it's a good time. The creativity is off the charts with some of the things that they use as fabric. It's pretty amazing. Spoons, produce. I've seen it all. I've seen several of these, and it's good that we're bringing that event back again. So check that out, Project Funway, and the proceeds go to helping our kids in the public schools. So it's a great cause as well. Hey, we've got more coming up on Vail Valley Live, including footage of snowboarding the Dolomites. So stay tuned for that.
Vail Summit Orthopedics and Neurosurgery stands for providing the highest quality of care to our unique patient population here in the mountains.
I think that what makes us unique is that we really are practicing groundbreaking techniques, yet, we practice it in a small town environment. Our patients are our neighbors and our kids go to school with their kids.
I think every one of our docs treat their patients like their family. Our goal is to keep you active, doing the things you want to do, and we'll map out a road to success to get you there.
Love is in the air at the outlets at Castle Rock and Silverthorne. And we are going to wow you with some fabulous looks that we have to share with you today from J. Crew and Adidas. Let's take a look. Here's Rachel in J. Crew. I love her navy preppy blazer with striped lining, striped pink tee, amazing white jeans, white sneakers, and gorgeous pink ribbon earrings. With her savings card booklet, it'll be $197, saving $316. Here's Enza in J. Crew Kids with her denim jacket, her heart filigree tee, sweetheart leggings, heart necklace, and her white slip-on shoes. Whole outfit $101 with her savings card booklet. Wow, Liv, you look amazing in J. Crew sportswear line. From her fabulous striped button top, pink leggings, fleece jacket, pearlized headband, fingerless gloves, and her amazing tennis shoes with the pink and copper colors, all from the internet return. Her outfit, $145 outlet, fabulous. Kate is in Adidas in her pink hoodie, pastel leggings, black tote, and her white and pink running shoes. Her whole outfit would come to $138. Okay, Rachel, you look fabulous in your amazing full-length bubble coat from Guess. You've got your fabulous hoodie with the faux fur, and look at those adorable pearl gold shades. Whole outfit with the shades, $138. Here's Kate in Adidas with this black cropped jacket, $42. It's 40% off of their jackets. Here's Liv. She's in Guess in the most amazing puffer jacket with fleece detailing inside the hood. Love the black belt and the sunglasses. Jacket reduced to $65. And her shades are only $45 from $90. Love is in the air at the outlets at Castle Rock and Silverthorne. And just a reminder, be sure and pick up your savings card booklet at the outlets at Castle Rock in the food court at customer service and the outlets at Silverthorne at the Colorado Welcome Center. Love is in the air, and so are the discounts that you're going to find in the savings book. See you soon.
We are back with Vail Valley Live, and joining now we have Pam Schifrin as well as Mick Boland, and they're going to tell us about Shift Runs and the event that's going on Tuesday. They've got their Shift Strong shirts, they're ready to go, they're wearing the purple, so we're going to find out more about this great event that benefits ALS. And Pam, tell us about this story that, how this event came about. You're a couple years in.
Yes. Thank you. 2019, my brother passed away of ALS after a 2.5-year battle. And that year, my friends and I here, we wanted to raise some awareness. We wanted to raise some money. It costs a lot of money for home care and taking care of him. And they all came together with me and we did a 20-run challenge on the mountain. And honestly, if I knew how hard 20 runs was, I might not have picked it. But we did it and we raised some awareness, we raised some money, and it was really great. Unfortunately, he passed that fall, November of 19. And I asked my friends and I said, should we keep doing this? Should we keep helping people? And they were all on board. So Runs for ALS 501c3 came about in 2020. And by 2021, we had event on the mountain with an opera party.
Okay, yes, even during the COVID pandemic and everything, you're like,
Yes.
we're gonna still keep
We
this going.
kept it going. We got creative online because the mountain closed, but we still did it.
Still did it. Still, and Mick, how do you get involved with this event?
Oh, we've been friends for a long time, and there was just no question about it that I was gonna step up and help out. And this is our sixth doing it, so we're getting a lot better. We've only had a lot of experience, and we're getting better and better every year. This year, I think it's gonna really blow us away.
Okay, yes. Well, and we're going to do this on Tuesdays, the 28th of the month. And the reason where we're at is because right behind us, this is the Kachina. That's where the after party is going to be. But we're going to let you know about what's going to happen on the slopes first. So we're going to be meeting in the morning. Village Bagel is donating the bagels, the best bagels west of the Hudson. They're so good.
Easily.
Yes, super thankful for that. We're going to be up there at 9 on the deck. Anyone can come anytime. They can get their shirts there from me and get their bagel, snacks, water, and then do your 20s, any runs. We're going to meet back at 12 on Steady's deck for a group picture. I'll probably say thank you. And then they can continue their runs, have fun, and we'll back at Kachina at 3 o'clock for the après party.
Okay, yeah, and Steady's deck, this is named after Dr. Stedman. They call it Steady's deck. This is just off of that, if you're taking that Eagle's Nest Ridge from Chair 2 to Eagle's Nest, it'll be on your right, kind of above like Pickeroon.
Yes,
and
just above
those.
Pickeroon.
Yeah, so come early, get your bagels, fuel up, maybe join with the crew, and then afterwards, the après party.
Yes, we have silent auction and raffle prizes going on here at Kachina, as well as live music with Nick and Nat. Should be a blast. Definitely come by regardless if you're registered for the event. Tons of great silent auction items, and we're super thankful to all of our sponsors.
Yeah, you got some great prizes.
We really do. The local banks, Alpine Bank and First Bank, have supported us every year. And then we have Sun and Alp, Lodge at Vail, Four Seasons, Drunken Goat, Vendettas, Alpine Pizza, Rocky
Alpen
Mountain Taco,
Rose.
Alpen Rose. I mean, there's just so many. We've had so much support from the local businesses, and more every year that we're able to give more and more options and prizes for people to want to be involved in this event. So it's pretty great.
Now, okay, I understand to register, you got a minimum to get in a fundraising minimum. Is that correct?
Yeah, we try. It's a goal. It's
okay.
$40 to register. You know, the whole idea is to try to get awareness out there, let people know why people are doing 20 runs and doing this challenge, and to raise some money for people with ALS. So $40 to register. And then the goal is to raise $200, each person that participates. It's not like we're not going to participate if you don't, or if you raise more, that's even better. It's more about just getting involved in a fun day and making some awareness out there for ALS.
Well, and ALS, I've known relatives and friends that have passed to the disease, and it's just crushing to your heart. It really just happens and everything, and it's usually very, very fast. Of disease too that takes our loved ones.
It really is, and it's very unfortunate that we don't really know how fast or how quick it's going to be. So we try to enjoy our time with our loved ones.
Okay,
bring some ease to that part of their life.
Yeah,
we're really fortunate to be in the position to help.
Okay, awesome. Well, good job, you guys, for doing this and for getting the community to rally behind it. Just really nice.
It's been amazing.
You got your hat, you got your shirts and everything. So it should be a good day out on the hill. And what's the website?
Runsforals.org, number 4, RUNS, number 4, ALS.org. And that's where you can register. You can find out more information about the event.
And if you can't make it, you can sponsor a skier as well.
Yep,
yes.
Perfect. Okay.
That's where we get those goals from.
And if you're working all day, but you already registered and everything, can you still come to the after party?
Absolutely. We do have a majority of the people. We understand it's a Tuesday. It's just how it started and how it's going to continue for a little bit. And so we understand that people work, but please come after, choose to go out to dinner that night. Kachina's going to have their full menu. There's going to be 10th Mountain Whiskey drink specials. Bring the whole family. It's really going to be it's really going to be fun and just a good little night out for a good cause.
I know. Oh, you guys, thank you so much for
Thank
your
you.
time this morning and for sharing your
Thank you
story
so
with
much.
us. And, you know, I think when you can do something like this and support each other, it just helps in your brother's memory, just,
Absolutely.
to keep that spirit alive.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you so
Well,
much.
thanks so much, you guys.
Thank you.
Okay, so hey, for Tuesday, you can come out and ski with these guys, even if you are just visiting, but you have a connection to ALS and you want to help give back and raise awareness. Join these folks today or on Tuesday, and then or just join the party at Ina, right behind us at the Lodge at Vail on Tuesday afternoon from 3 to 7. We're going to take it back to the studio, take it to a commercial break. When we come back, we're going to give you some weather details, road reports, Vail Daily updates, Valar updates, and a lot more. Stay tuned.
We believe in the power of a live performance. We believe in making memories together. Join us as we celebrate 25 years of making moments that last a lifetime. Bringing concerts, comedy, Broadway, classical, dance, and family entertainment in the heart of the Rocky Mountains in Beaver Creek Village. View the full lineup and get tickets today at villarpack.org.
Moet Vending for life's spontaneous, festive moments. Celebrate at the Grand Hyatt Vail.
Welcome to Nap Harvest. We are showcasing healthy habits, and you can start right here feeding your family healthy, organic vegetables and that are seasonal and local. They're all the way from Arizona with our wonderful, beautiful citrus fruits that we sneak across the border for. But don't forget our nap mushrooms, grown at 9,000 mushrooms are chock full of benefits for you. And then also the mice also chock full of vitamins. Come see us at Nap Harvest in Eagle Ranch on Sylvan Lake Road next to Color Coffee. We're open 7 days a week, Monday through Friday, 10 to 6, Saturdays and Sundays, 10 to 4.
All right, hey, we got an update on that crash in Walcott. Looks like it is back open again, Interstate 70 in both directions. So that's good for you. The plows are out there right now. We did get 3 inches of new snow at the Beeve, and at 3 inches at Vail and 4 at the Beeve. So even just that amount of snow can cause havoc out there on the roads. There is still a lane closure going on for you, and this is on eastbound I-70. The right lane is closed due to a stalled vehicle. So this is going up Vail Pass. So just to let you know what's going on with that. Otherwise, the passenger vehicle traction law is in effect for both directions on Vail Pass, and we've got the commercial vehicle chain law in effect on both directions Vail Pass. So slow it down out there, allow a little extra time to get to the slopes. But weather-wise today, it's going to be a chilly Monday, not going to lie. We're right around the single digits right now on the valley floor, looking at 9 degrees, 1 degree at Beaver Creek, 1 below at Vail. And our high today, upper teens, low 20s. A lot of cloud cover today as well. We're going to see pretty much our 60% chance of moisture for your Monday. Not a lot of snow accumulation out of this, and we could see some wind kind of picking up, so a little bit of drifting snow, especially in those higher elevations. Now tonight we'll see a little bit of clearing, see a little bit of that sliver moon come through, but our temperature is going to be dropping down below zero, a couple degrees below zero, and the wind chill could be as low as 15 below zero. So some windy conditions tonight. Then on Tuesday, oh, what a difference 24 hours is going to make. Tuesday, we're going to see a high near 40 degrees, sunshine throughout the day. So probably the nicest day of the week will be Tuesday. If you're thinking about a picnic back in Blue Sky Basin, Tuesday could be your day for it. But then we're going to see cool temperatures overnight. And then Wednesday, we'll start to see some wind picking up. And we'll have that Wednesday and Wednesday night, but almost 50 degrees for Wednesday. So like I mentioned, if you can get through today with the cooler temperatures, it's going to change a lot temperature-wise by the time we get to the middle part of the week. And then by the time we get to the weekend, we'll be back down around 34 degrees for Friday and some snow in the forecast for Friday. In fact, that's when we could see the highest accumulation of snow. So let's bring you to the snow totals page and let you know what we're talking about. So once again, that 4 inches new at Beaver Creek, 3 over at Vail. Not much today, maybe 1 inch possible. And then we'll go into a little bit of the sunnier period. And then we start to build back up. And by Friday, wow, this is when we could see possibly 8 inches at the Beav and 7 over at Beaver Creek. And season to date totals, right now we're at 320 inches so far this season at Vail Mountain, a 74-inch mid-mountain base, and 307 inches over at Beaver Creek, riding on a 58-inch base. I wonder what we're going to top out at, because we're now less than a month for the ski season at Vail, and a little under that for Beaver Creek. We do close Beaver Creek April 16th. And then the very next Sunday will be Vail's closing day. So I wonder if we can make it, 354, Anthony. That's kind of the average. But we're still a ways off. 320 right now, 354. Oh, you never know. Who knows? We'll just have to see. I love just kind of checking out the numbers, playing the number game. Hey, this Weather and Mountain Report brought to you by Grand Hyatt Vail. Don't forget, they've got a fantastic Easter brunch going on, Easter bunny photos, everything. So if you're already planning for Easter, which is not this weekend, but the following weekend, make sure you think about what Grand Hyatt Vail is doing for that. But we were looking through the Vail Daily's website this morning when we were doing headlines, and Sean Naylor, who's one of the reporters who does their On the Hill segments, you'll usually see him at Beaver Creek, and then John LeConte will be at Vail, giving you what it looks like out there. Well, Sean Naylor was actually over in Europe, so he's going to let us know what it's to snowboard the Dolomites. So let's check this out right now.
This is Sean Naylor, and you're watching Vail Dailies on the Hill. And in case you haven't heard, the Dolomites are epic. We have about a 20-inch base out here. However, give me the base and what the Italians can do with a 20-inch base. And slushy in the afternoon. It's early morning right now, it's pretty hot back. You might be wondering where all our proper gear is. Well, it's in Slovenia. Last week, I cracked my base plate on my board. And when that happens, and you're on a long Euro trip, you don't want to haul your gear all over the country. So I take my chances with the rentals. And given that we're out here with Super Ski Dolomites partnership resorts, you get 7 free days out here. And I tell you what, views alone are worth it. Check this out. So here we are, pretty hard packed morning. I'm gonna take you guys for one lap in the Dolomites so you can see what's now available on your Epic Pass. And in the meantime, you can see that I'm also rocking my rental gear is a LTR board, which is what the ski schools, Vail and Beaver Creek also use. And as a former renter, I was amped. to see that they have these for rent, because these boards are actually really fun, not just for beginners, but for everybody. They're soft, they're flexy, and we're gonna have some fun on this thing. So Madonna di Campiglio is a World Cup ski mountain, much like our beloved Beaver Creek. World Cup circuit, and this is a World Class mountain. Please excuse the extra noise. And this place is amazing. Early in the morning, because we have to drive back to the lawn today, because unfortunately today is the last day of our vacation. Boy, am I going to miss it. But I'll be back, Donna. Don't you cry for me. And I'll leave you with this amazing view right here. This beautiful north face. This thing is just breathtaking. Bar. And if you're in Europe skiing and you're not stopping for après at every après stop, then you're not doing it right. So remember, you gotta mingle with the locals, have yourself a spritzer, and just enjoy. Alright, we're gonna pull up here, check out this panoramic view. And me and my travel partner here are just gonna take it in. So this is Sean Naylor with the Vail Daily, checking in from Super Ski Rama Dolomiti, Madonna di Campiglio. We'll see you backstage.
Super Ski Rama Dolomiti. I love it. So skiing the Dolomites. You know, I thought it was interesting. They said they had a 20-inch base. So, you know, I mentioned earlier, we have a 74-inch base for Vail and a 58-inch base for Beaver Creek. But there's been years where, yeah, we might have a 24-inch base. We might have just a 32-inch base. So they could use a little bit more snow in the Dolomites. But how cool to see that, and really neat to know that that's on your Epic Pass. And Epic Pass on sale right now. And if you buy it now, you're going to get the lowest cost. They increase the price, you know, on Memorial Day and Midsummer and Labor Day. And you also get the most amount of perks, whether it's the Ski with a Friend passes and everything. So it's always good to check that out. And if you know you're going to be skiing next year, and if you know you're going to be coming back to one of our resorts in the summer, you get that lift access during the summer as well. That brings you up the gondolas, even if you just want, you know, to see the scenery, or if you want to do that, and then your bike hall pass on there as well. So kind of some good ideas to do that. But thank you, Sean Naylor, for giving us a glimpse of what your trip was like out there in Europe. But thanks for watching us this morning on Vail Valley Live. One more quick look at the weather. I want to let you know that it's going to be chilly today. So please bundle up if you're going to be heading outside. And but I think the snow is going to be most excellent, because just quite frankly, when it's this cold and kind of that dry, it's going to be like midwinter snow, kind of like your January snow. So I like it, because by the time we get to Wednesday, wow, Wednesday we could see nearly 50 degrees. So it's going to be a little bit cold. Oh, we're looking at the chat here real quick. Hey, does Trisha have snowboarding experience? You know what, Rodney? I actually used to, I had just sent my snowboard to the thrift store because I don't really use it anymore. But yes, when I worked at Heavenly in Lake Tahoe, on my days off, I was learning to snowboard, and I loved it. And then I had a GNU board, Barrett Christie, who was Barrett Christie, Megan Pischke. They were kind of the pioneering women in snowboarding back in the day. I remember doing a story with Barrett, and then she had her board for GNU, and I got that board. I had that for years, but I don't snowboard a lot, mostly because of a back injury, so I'm mostly a skier now. I actually dabbled in tele skiing. You know, you live here long enough, you kind of try them all. Have you tried that?
I haven't done tele.
He didn't. Yeah, Anthony's not done tele.
Done AT.
He's done AT, Alpine Touring. Now, do you ski or snowboard?
Ski.
Ski. Have you tried snowboarding? scared. He's scared. Yeah, so Rodney, I do. I have, you know what? I've not snowboarded in a long time, but I really think it's fun, especially on a powder day. I think just to like surf the earth, it's just like no other feeling in the world. And I had a big permagrin when I was out there doing some snowboarding. Okay, was that the only chat we had, or do we have any in YouTube? Okay, cool. All right, well, Rodney, thanks for chatting with us this morning, and get out there and enjoy it. We've got the lifts open already, and we will see you back here tomorrow.